Google quietly dropped NotebookLM Cinematic, and the tech world mostly reacted by worrying about video editors losing jobs. But that framing misses the real story entirely. This tool transforms raw documents, PDFs, and research notes into fully produced cinematic explainer videos. And the implications for how organizations communicate internally are profound. The workflow is deceptively simple. You feed NotebookLM your architecture notes, decision documents, research papers, or meeting transcripts, and the system outputs a polished cinematic explainer. Not a rough slide deck or a clunky animation, a genuinely produced video. Think about what that means for anyone who has ever stared at a blank slide editor for 2 hours trying to explain a complex system. Every headline screaming about video editors being replaced is looking at the wrong thing. Professional creative video production is a craft with nuance, brand judgment, and human storytelling instincts that AI cannot replicate at quality. The actual disruption is far more mundane and far more impactful. It's the death of the unread internal document and the unnecessary all-hands meeting. Consider the classic scenario. An engineer builds a sophisticated new system and needs non-technical stakeholders to understand it. Their options have always been brutally inadequate. Write a document that sits unread in Confluence. Schedule a meeting that fragments everyone's calendar. Build a deck that consumes hours of their time. Every single path is loaded with friction, and the knowledge transfer usually fails anyway. NotebookLM attacks all three of those failure modes simultaneously. AI capabilities have been compounding for 2 years. RAG pipelines, agent frameworks, multimodal models, but raw capability was never what slowed adoption down. The real bottleneck has always been the last mile, turning high-quality generated content into a format that a busy human being would willingly sit down and engage with. Video is that format. People watch video. They do not read long documents, and that behavioral reality changes everything about what this tool represents. Here is the legitimate concern that deserves serious attention. A document that nobody reads causes zero harm through misinformation. But a confidently narrated, professionally produced video that contains a subtle technical error, that propagates through an organization at speed, gets shared in Slack channels, gets watched by people who trust the polished presentation as a signal of accuracy. The solution is a mandatory human review layer before any generated video reaches a consequential audience, and building that habit into the workflow from day one. The right benchmark for evaluating this tool is not technical sophistication. It is a single behavioral question. Would a busy product manager with 17 Slack notifications pending choose to watch this video all the way through? If the answer is yes, then you have fundamentally changed the economics of knowledge transfer inside your organization. That is a workflow transformation worth building processes around, not a novelty feature to demo once and forget. NotebookLM Cinematic is an early signal of a much larger shift. We are moving from a world where organizations generate information to one where they generate comprehension. The tools that win over the next 5 years will not be the ones that produce the most content. They will be the ones that guarantee the right person actually understands the right thing at the right time. That is the real race, and it is just getting started.